Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I would like to show you 3 major things that I was working on for the past week. This landscape, procedural fog, and some tweaks in the animation system. Introduction sequence takes place in front of the entrance to a research facility. This is probably the only time we are outside. The rest of the game will happen indoor, and that's probably why I got carried away a little bit. This is the initial sketch. The game will start near this fountain. From here the player can go to the left where the receiver will get exposed. Further to the left they will face the facility's main entrance, which I'm currently working on. Most of the past week I've spent trying to figure out my workflow. I've started using a sprite and I'm still learning, but I enjoy it so far. Anyway, this scene is built using a perspective camera for the parallax effect. Which I hope nicely conveys how big the things in the background are. There is still a lot of stuff that I have to polish, but I don't wanna focus on the details just yet. Let's talk about the fog. At first I wanted to use a simple sprite and just add some nice gradient to it using Unity's shader graph. But I ended up falling down the rabbit hole and creating this procedurally generated shader. I can change how pixelated the fog is, how many steps in opacity there are, and also specify the direction in which the fog is moving. I also have this detail variable which controls how noisy the edges are. Finally, I've tweaked the animation system a little bit. Now, instead of flipping the sprite, I'm using different animations based on the character's direction. I did that because the main character is missing her right leg, and flipping basically mirrors the image, so right becomes left. And my OCD says a big no-no to that. Same with the device on her right hand. I've also added more sprites for the idle pose. Now when you stop walking, my component will choose the best of them, based on which of the character's feet is facing forward. It's a technique used mostly in 3D, but I thought it would be fun to implement it here. Similarly, in the future, I'd like to simulate inverse kinematics. Unfortunately, that's all for today. When it comes to my long-term plans, I wanna finish this intro sequence, as well as the first level, and then release them as a playable demo, to gather some feedback hopefully. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.